I think AI, again, sorry, a bit of AI focus here, but like I think AI is more useful to senior developers and people who have like the experience to understand when things go wrong and what that means, and the kind of the ability to debug. And the reason I say that is because what I think LLMs are good at is allowing you to avoid the easy beginner mistakes. So the code that it will crap out is normally pretty good and kind of will not fall foul of a lot of common beginner mistakes, which means you kind of, if you kind of believe in the fact, which I do, that you learn through mistakes, you've kind of denied yourself the chance to make a lot of beginner mistakes. So the first issue you will face will actually probably be quite advanced, and you've not had any of the kind of like mental fortitude and practice of kind of working through beginner problems and beginner issues. So I think that's the biggest problem for me, is that it kind of smash cuts you to harder problems, especially if the code is a complete mess or spaghetti code, or you don't really understand what it's printed out, and like just saying Claude please fix it will only get you so far. So I really recommend people learning to still write lots of code, just write lots of code and figure out the bugs and the weird oddities in the syntax and why it did this when you're expecting to do that, and build up that kind of mental fortitude to be able to plod through miserable problems. That being said, like use an LLM as like a glorified Google. I think that's absolutely fine. Like, please assemble me all the information around these docs and everything. But just try not, because it's so super tempting to become reliant on it. Be like, can you just fix this little bit of syntax for me? But like, if it's like, oh, what is the syntax for this? Like, if you know, if you can imagine, it's like Google with, well, I was going to say Google without the ads, but I understand ChatGPT is kind of going that way at the moment. So yeah, that would be kind of my view. Is I still think, kind of back to the difference between like programming and software engineering, I still think you want to build out your programming skills. And I think part of that is making beginner mistakes and then learning from them.